welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing something that I just saw Kendall Watson do. I haven't even finished her video, but I was watching it and I was like, I want to do that. It's a read it or unhaul it. I haven't counted my physical TBR in a little while, and I don't know if as I've been reading, I've been taking the numbers off, but right now I think it's around 168. I think it might be more like 166. I don't know, because I might have missed a couple. I read Magnolia Parks and I don't know if I erased it from this. The way Kendall did it was she put the name of every single book she has on her physical TBR on a spinny wheel. The problem is I have all of these wrapped books. There's about 75, I think, at this point. I know the books that are in there because I've got a spreadsheet of everything, but because they're wrapped and numbered, I don't know which book is in which. The way we're gonna do it is I have this, which has all the numbers in it, as well as all the, because I didn't wrap any series or anything, because if I pick a number, unwrap it, and it's like the third book in a series, that wouldn't make sense. So all the series I've got are not in order, are not wrapped up. So for this, I've put just like Lord of the Rings, and then I've put Lord of the Rings in 4 times for The Hobbit and then the 3 Lord of the Rings books. So if I pull out Lord of the Rings, I just read the first Lord of the Rings. And then down the line, if I pull another Lord of the Rings, I just, read whatever the next book is. In here is not the books on my 2026 TBR. I'll put a list up on screen somewhere of the 26 books I want to read in 2026, as well as the ones I've already read for this year. So these books are not in here because they're in a different box. So I'm going to do what Kendall did for her video, is I'm going to pick a book out of here, read 50 pages of it. If I'm vibing with it and I want to continue, I'll continue it and finish it. If I get to 50 pages and I really don't fuck with it, it's going, because I have 168 books. I'm never gonna get to them all. No way. Maybe it'll end up like Kendall's and she reads like the first 2 pages of like 6 books in a row and then unhauls it. I don't know. But let's go. But I don't know which way this is, but okay, it's one of the wrapped ones. It's number 73. Looks like a normal sized book, which is good because I've got ones like this, which I'm pretty sure this is it. If not, I don't know which one that is. But then I've also got ones like this, which is a little poetry book. So it can go either way. But this seems like a normal book. Let's open it. I'm gonna close my eyes again. I don't know which way. Like I said, I have a spreadsheet. This feels... It's either going to be this way or that way. She's Come Undone by Wally Lamb. I'm going to read the back of it. It's about a 13-year-old. How many pages is this? 450 pages? Jesus Christ. In this extraordinary, highly acclaimed coming-of-age odyssey, Wally Lamb invites us to hitch an incredible ride on a journey of love, pain, and renewal with one of the most heartbreakingly comical heroines of all time. Okay, so I'm probably not going to start this tonight because I want to have a shower and do some diamond painting or something. I don't know. I'll either come back at 50 pages saying, I'm really enjoying this, I'm gonna keep going, or I don't really give a fuck and I'm gonna unhaul it. If I get to 50, I've done this with another book. I got to 50 pages and I was like, I'm kind of still interested, but also I kind of don't care. And in that case, I read another 50 pages, got to 100 pages, and then I decided I was like, I'm still not really fucking with it. So then I unhauled it. That might be the case for some of them, because obviously some books don't pick up 100 pages in. But this is the first book of hopefully 5, depending on how long this video goes for. It's now a couple days later. I read a chapter. I read chapter 1, and which is up to page 18, and then I skipped to page 4 49 or whatever and read like the last 2 pages of that chapter, and I don't really care. Like, it's set in the 1950s, 60s, and like I don't know, like I'm just not vibing with it. Like, I think this will probably be like a 3-star at the end of it, and I just don't really feel like reading over 450 pages just for a 3-star. Like, I don't really want to be forcing myself because it's going to put me in like a bit of a slump, I feel. So I know I didn't read the full 50 pages, but I can just already see that I'm not really going to vibe with it. Ignore the lighting, I've got the blinds open, but it's time to pick another book. Hopefully this one I enjoy a little bit more. 44. Okay, this one feels very thin, so I think this is one of the classics, because like a couple years ago I bought like 18 of the Scholastic's Classics edition. I'll put up on screen like what I mean by that. It's just the classics that have been reprinted. Actually, this is one of them. This is Pollyanna. I'm not going to close my eyes because last time you couldn't even like see what I was doing. Oh, it's not one of the Scholastics. It is Sandition by Jane Austen. I have read a Jane Austen before. I read Pride and Prejudice. Actually, technically I listened to Pride and Prejudice, but she's got a whole dictionary in the back of all the words she used. But it's only 230 pages. So realistically, I can read this quite quickly if I actually sit down and focus on it. But it's not just Sandition, it's Sandition and other stories, so I'm not sure how long. Yeah, so Sandition only goes for like 76 pages, and then Lady Susan goes for about 100 pages, and then the Watsons goes for 80 pages. This is my next read. I will come back whenever I read 50 pages of it or decide if I want to DNF it or not. It's been like 10 minutes. I read like one chapter and I realized that it's not Sandition, it's Sanditon. Like Bridgerton, Sanditon. I've been saying Sandition every single time I've seen this said. I think I'm just gonna read it because literally the issue I had with the last book was that it was in a time era that I just don't really read. Like, I don't really read books in the 50s and 60s. I usually read books like Bridgerton era. That's exactly what this is. So it is now the 14th of July. I started this book on the 3rd of June. So it's like 6 weeks later and I am 35 pages into it. You know, before I press record, I was like, I'm just gonna listen to them on audio. I mean, like, to listen to all 3 of these stories, I think it's only like 7 hours. So still shorter than a lot of the other books I'm reading. But like, as I'm sitting here right now filming this, I'm just gonna DNF it. I don't care. It's 6 weeks to read 35 pages. It's not like I haven't been reading other things. Like, I've finished multiple audiobooks and like I finished Chamber of Secrets in that time. I'm halfway through Prisoner of Azkaban. Like, I'm still reading, just I haven't been picking this up. And I should have been, because it's tiny and I could have gotten it done ages ago. But I'm deciding to DNF it, which means we are going to pick our 3rd book for the video. So now that's 2 books down for this video, both of which are DNFs. Not because they're bad, it's just because like I don't care. That's pretty much it. And now we're going to pick another one. So I'm not going to be throwing any of the books like away in this video. I'm just going to like keep them in a pile and then eventually like donate them or something. Okay, number 80. I think maybe 5 books. So either I've DNF 5 books, I've read 3 more books, or whatever. Let's see which one 80 is. Okay, I think that's the front. I am scared. I don't actually know what this is about. I think it's gonna be cute, but I know that there are no, what are these called? Like speech quotation marks, like when there's dialogue. I know that I just read like a couple of lines and I don't think it's gonna bother me that much, if I'm being quite honest with you, because it says like it still says like who's saying it. Like, are you serious? It says Connell. Like, it still says that. I know I didn't give the other two 50 pages, but I'm gonna give this 50 pages, and if I read 50 pages and I'm not vibing with it, we'll just do an effort. It's fine. I know my friend has read this book and she really liked it, so who knows. Okay, I have finally finished Normal People. It took me about 3 weeks. I've given it 3.5. Connell and Marianne, they were fine. Like, they were normal people. They were a little bit like introverted and like all that kind of thing. They're a little bit weird. I don't know, but they're also insufferable as fuck. So I gave it 3.5. Like, I think them together as a couple, like I do like them together as a couple, but it was like all the times when they weren't together, and like they broke up like 3 separate times, and like every time they broke up, I'm like, why are you breaking up? Like, you obviously have feelings for each other, you obviously love each other, like why are you breaking up? I don't know, it's just a little bit infuriating. I don't know, but there is a movie or a show of it, so I think I might watch that just to like see if my opinion changes. But I didn't like it enough for it to be like a 4. But that means it's time to pick another book for this video. Is that a number? Number 5. Let me go get it. Oh wait, it's stuck. Why is it a hardcover and it's tiny? What book? Oh, this might be Agatha. Yeah, it is. I can tell by the color. Oh my god. Hello, can I open this? Beautiful cover. I've had this book for, okay, let's not crinkle paper while I'm trying to talk. I've had this book for years. I think this was in like, this must have been 2020, maybe before that actually. And like the aesthetic of it, the writing is huge. Oh my god, yes. Okay. Let's see if I'll like this. Okay, it's like 150 pages. At the time of me filming this, I'm also filming my reading 200 pages a day video. So like I could read this whole thing today if I wanted to. I don't actually know what this is about. Can you help someone find a way to live when you're lost yourself? 1940s Paris. A psychiatrist counts the days until his retirement. Interesting. Okay. I'm not going to read the full thing out. But, okay, I think this might be kind of cute. And, like, I love this cover. And I don't want to keep, like, if I read a book and I don't like it, if I give it less than, like, 3 stars, or if I DNF it, like it's got to go. There's no reason for it to be on my shelf. Because me and my housemate, we have a big bookshelf in the living room, which you may have seen before if you watched. I don't know. I've shown it before. I mean, those are all of her books. For me, my books on that shelf are just my read books. So every book I've read that I've given like over 3 stars, not every book actually, I left a bunch of my parents, but the ones that are like, you know, nice enough to be on the shelves, or like popular ones I really like, apart from the second half of the Harry Potter series, because I've read the first 3, I'm on the 4th one, but 5, 6, and 7 are also on that shelf. But other than that, everything that's out in the lounge room are books I've read. And like, I really want to enjoy this because like, I want this to be on the shelf. We'll see. I don't know when I'm going to start this. I want to get more into Goblet of Fire, I think. So maybe I'll finish Goblet of Fire. I'm only 30 pages into it and it's like 600 pages. But I think I want to finish that first and then read this. Ignore the awful lighting. I haven't finished Agatha yet, but I'm about to finish the audiobook I'm currently reading and trying to pick what audiobook to listen to next because my holds haven't come through on Libby yet. I was going to just pick something from my 26 books to read in 2026, but either the books that are on there I want to annotate, which is the majority of them, or the ones I kind of want to audiobook, like Crooked Kingdom, and then the last 2 books in the Maze Runner series. They're not on Libby, and they're not on Spotify. So I can't really listen to them, which means I have to read them physically. So I decided, why not just pick another book for this challenge? Like pick the last book for this challenge because Agatha is the 4th book. And then if I pick the next book, I can listen to it on audio. If I pick a book and it turns out that it's not on audio, then that'll be the first book that I read for part 2 because as soon as I finish this video, I'm just going to start it again because I think it's a really good way to, you know, get through the books I don't really want to read on my TBR, if that makes sense. So even though I've been filming this video for like 3 months, I'm just going to continue it forever, I think. Just to slowly whittle down the extra books that I have. Let's pick the last book for this challenge, even though I haven't finished Agatha, but it's fine. Also, ignore the lighting. What is that? 76. 76. Okay, it feels like a normal size book. Hopefully it's on Spotify, otherwise this will be... either it's available instantly on Libby or it's available with Spotify. Because I don't have Audible or anything, I'm not going to pay for that. What is this? Oh, Catching Falling Stars. Catching Falling Stars by Karen McCombie. The Blitz, 1941. Okay, so this is about the war, about World War II. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna vibe with this, but the text is huge. I'm gonna go check and see if it's on Spotify or Libby, and I will come back. It's not on Spotify or Libby, so I am going to keep this aside for the first book in the next read it or unhaul it video, which means we have to pick another book. 18. Also, I wrapped these that long ago that I don't really remember some of the books that are in here. What is that? Still Alice. I got this in a, what's it called? Like the mystery books. Like the Get What You Get mystery books, the wrapped books. What the fuck is it? Blind Date with a Book. Jesus Christ. I got this from that. I'm pretty sure this is on Libby or Spotify. It's probably on Spotify, so I'll double check and we'll be back. It is on Spotify. So this will be the last book for this challenge. Well, I still have to read Agatha, but you know, this will be an audiobook, so I'm going to start this first. So we'll get to December 2003, which is 55 pages. So if I get to this point and I'm not enjoying it, I'm just going to DNF it. And then that'll be the last book for the video. So I'll just come back when I have an update, either when I finish Agatha or when I finish or DNF this. God, I don't even know when I started this video. It's been months though. I'll put up on screen the start date. I think it was sometime in June or even May maybe, so like at least 3 months. But I just finished, or yes, Monday night, today's Wednesday, I finished Agatha. I started and finished it. I read it in one sitting, which is unheard of. It's only 150 pages, but still. I like this video. I'm going to continue this series like as soon as I finish filming this video, I'm gonna start the next one because it's a really good way to go through my TBR and, you know, read books I may have not otherwise read, or DNF books that I just know I'm not going to enjoy. So we got through 5 books. I DNF'd the first 2, but then I ended up reading and quite enjoying the last 3. I started with She's Come Undone by Willie Lamb. I got like 2 chapters in. I know I said I was going to go to 50 pages, but I got like 2 chapters in. I was like, I just don't care. Like, if I start a book and it sits on my bedside table for like a week and I have no ambition at all to read it, there's no point. Also, this is quite a big book, so I'm not gonna like force myself to read like 450 pages. I'm not gonna force myself to do that. So I DNF this one. This isn't to say that the book is terrible or bad. I only read 2 chapters of it. Yeah, I could give it a chance and keep reading, but I'm not gonna force myself to do that. And then I started Sanditon by Jane Austen. Well, it's Sanditon and Other Stories. There's also Lady Susan and the Watsons, but my goal for this was to just read Sanditon. Sanditon. I got a few chapters in. I think I got to chapter like 5, but I would read like 1 page of this a day, if that, maybe like 1 page a week. And again, it was just sitting on my side table and I wasn't reading it at all. I had no really ambition to do it. And I usually like period-y dramas, like things set in this time period, like, you know, like Bridgerton-esque, whatever. I just didn't fuck with it. Maybe if I listen to it on audio, but even then I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna DNF it, I don't need this. But then I read Normal People, which I've been wanting to read for ages, but I finally did it. I gave this 3.5. I mean, I did talk about this earlier in the video, but Connell and Marianne were just annoying. They were just insufferable and annoying. Like, I don't understand why they broke up. They've got a couple of screws loose, I think. But it was a good book, and I would recommend it. And the writing style didn't bother me at all, like the no quotation marks. And then I read Still Alice. Actually, I listened to Still Alice because I had a feeling if I tried to read this physically, I wasn't going to get through it. So I decided to listen to the audiobook and I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.25. It's just really sad because it's about Alice, who has early onset dementia. She gets dementia when she's 50. If you're triggered by dementia and that kind of stuff, maybe don't read it. Yeah, it's interesting to watch, or not watch, but like it's interesting to follow her through the disease, and like you see, like she may not see it, but you see it as a viewer, as a reader, like that she's missing pieces of her life. And then yesterday or Monday I finished Agatha. I gave it 4 stars. It's about he's an older guy. He's about to retire. He's a psychologist or a psychiatrist. He's helping the patients, but then this one patient ends up helping him, and then he kind of gets a little bit like obsessed with her, and it's a little bit weird right at the end, but I enjoyed it. On the back it says, heartwarming and powerfully moving, Agatha is a universal story about loneliness and what it means to make friends in any stage of life. It is about that, but it's also just following this old man, just pretty much with his like day-to-day. The whole time he's talking about like how many conversations he has left, like 500 patients, you know, that kind of thing. So you're following that. And also I'm happy how short this was. 150 pages, or 147 if you want to be exact. 150 pages is perfect for this kind of book. Like, if it was 300 pages, I might have DNF'd it. But short and sweet, 150, gets to the point. Really enjoyed it, 4 stars. That's it for this video. I have been filming it for a long time, and I'm happy it's over, but I'm also happy to start the video again because I have a lot of books on my TBR that I need to go through. I haven't actually taken Agatha off of the book count, but right now my book count is at 177. So after reading this, it's 176. It was 4 numbers lower than that, but my nana sent me a package which had 4 Stephen King books in it. Have I finished any of the Stephen King books I have? Which I have like 16 of them. No. Will I? Probably. Who knows? That's what this video and that's what this challenge is for. So that's it. Well, I tried to read 5 books, ended up just finishing the 3. Really enjoyed this challenge. Really excited to keep going with it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click like and subscribe to my channel to see more from me. Turn on post notifications to be notified whenever I upload next. Thanks for watching.